Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear us fine? Probably, could you please tell us if the sound is all right? That is okay. Yeah, yeah. This is yeah. But can you hear all the others? That's what. If you can hear Kosti, or you can hear Ben, or you can hear Radu, that is what's it to know if we need to make because here on my uh because here on my here on my it seems to be fine. Okay, Kosti, please talk now. We're troubleshooting. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what happened. Let me cut you. Please. This is a family show. Don't. Okay. I'm sorry. Could somebody tell us if we're okay? If you can hear us? If because apparently this is a problem with yeah. Okay, let's add again. Uh, yeah, the problem is not seeing it but hearing it. That's the main problem. Let me go.
Rusty went away.
What do you mean? I want what?
Yeah, he
No,
went.
no, no. I'm just
He,
looking at the stream, and probably it
he
has some
reappeared.
delay.
Yeah, I wanna add you two again back and see what happens because well, we haven't done this in a while, and I want to know, and nobody tells me if it's okay or not, and that's frustrating because we can't hear and I cannot check it. Okay, now.
Wow. I was kind of like Jesus.
Okay.
And my three lies.
Ben, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
How do they call the guys around him?
What the Jesus?
Yeah, and the guys around him.
His disciples.
There you go. I like Jesus and my three disciples there.
That's right.
Thank you guys for being here today for me.
I'm St. Bastard.
I only have the beard. I don't have.
Okay, now it's streaming, and now I
really.
Okay.
It is streaming. All of this is going out live, by the way.
Okay, so
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, apparently it's all fixed. The sound is fine.
It has
now.
officially started.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, apparently it's fixed. We're all right now.
So there is a top 10 with Jesus and his disciples.
Okay,
that's a way to sum it up.
So I'm going to do the top starts at. So let's go back, Kosti. We've heard your what you said. You said that it is your birthday on Christmas, so you have chosen games which you like to play on Christmas. Ben, what is your criteria of choosing the games you chose on your top 10?
So I chose a sort of I chose sort of occasion-based games. So, something for Christmas Eve, something for when everyone's there, something for late at night on Christmas evening when there's just two of you still awake, sort of boozy-eyed with brandy and beer. And that's the sort of criteria. So when I talk about the game, I'll tell you when in Christmas you should be playing it.
Cool. Radu?
Well, I picked my games thinking about others rather than me, so I'm altruistic that way. See, I already get the People's Choice Award. I'm thinking about what others might like to play and how to get them even more hooked in this hobby. A bit of everything, starting from gateway to even fillers to whatever gamers might like. So there's a high dynamic range with my titles, with my numbers.
I see.
So we'll see.
I see. Okay.
Wow.
My picks are very simple. Around Christmas I have more time, so are games which I usually don't get to play. And
it's going to be the heaviest list.
Not necessarily. And games which create certain moods, certain atmospheres, and I find fun to play. It's Christmas. It's the most wonderful time of the year. So games which create certain feelings for me when I play them.
I love that Radu is like, oh yeah, I'm choosing games for what other people like, and you're just like, I'm just playing what I want.
Yeah.
Screw you.
Exactly.
My list.
Well,
I don't care. It's my
He's
Christmas.
like totally opposite of my thoughts.
Exactly.
So probably
Bogey's
Bogey's gonna play solo games.
Okay, so without going any longer, I'd say let's go to our lists because we're already 12 minutes in and we haven't spoken about one game.
Well, to be fair, 8 minutes of that was you mucking around with Skype trying to get it to work. So,
Yeah. And the other ones, we didn't have a mic. So,
right.
Yeah.
actually starting
Some
now.
of our best material were inside those 8 minutes that we couldn't speak.
Because I know I did my best, man.
I wrote a 5-minute comedy monologue about Christmas, and it's all been completely wasted.
Yeah.
I have heard it. I have. So
Yeah, you heard it.
Okay, next time I'll be on your shows.
There you go.
I just gotta destroy.
I might do an Instagram.
Well, I was on Andy's show, and it went perfectly well. It was very professional.
Yeah. I don't know whose show it is. Okay.
So this is turning into burning bogey, or
yeah.
It's turning into Easter.
I'm gonna get my chance. So now let's move on further. We're gonna go like this: Radu, Ben, Kosti, and then me. Let's go. Let's open the TVs and
shoot.
So I have,
you have
first
the first
say.
choice. Yes.
Wow. I'm starting mellow and easy, trying to be sober, and the more I go on, the loose I'll get with my games. So in this one is trying to get the entire family to participate in what I think of it as a activity and a dexterity test for elderly and small children. So mine number 10 is junk art. I think it's a fun exercise for the ones that are staring at what you're doing and hoping that it might fall over and and having to have a puzzle of taking a piece and build.
Junk art. Yeah, I think it is all right.
So I know
I've never played it, so
no complaints. All right, okay.
Who am I to complain about your list?
Feels
Okay.
Christmassy though. Feels like the kind of thing you do at Christmas, isn't it?
Yeah. It has a very good table presence because you build the game as you play along, and usually this leads to people taking pictures of their creation. So it's fun to watch. People don't get, and it's a fast game, so you don't get bored. Everyone would take a turn if there are many people, a lot of people at the table, and it's for 6 players, so you know.
And that's what we need at Christmas. People sitting around looking at their phones, uploading things to Instagram. That's truly the Christmas spirit.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fell
as long
right
as you
into
have
that
your
trap.
Christmas hat.
Right.
Okay. Ben, what's your number 10?
So firstly, I'd like to say I love that Radu's
Yes.
previous fireplace in the background has turned
Yeah.
into a Spanish soap opera in the back.
Yeah, now
so-
it's a movie. I didn't want it to say it, but there you go.
Okay.
So in this
Oh.
fantasy world where my family doesn't hate each other and we actually get together at Christmas,
Okay.
it's Christmas Eve. People have all arrived. They've taken their coats off and they're in the living room and they're sitting around. And you want to keep people energetic, but you don't want to tax their brains too much. And you want them to sort of do something that's familiar, but also fun and funny and exciting. And so I've chosen the best card game that's ever been made, and that is Skull King. And it's perfect for Christmas because it plays up to a decent number. It's a trick-taking game, so people are going to be familiar. You don't really have to explain the core concept of the game. You just have to explain what the special cards do. It's funny. People get to brag and say, I'm going to do this, and then they lose, and it's hilarious, and it works every time. And it's the perfect game, I think, to build the sort of bonhomie of Christmas when everyone first arrives at the house.
I see.
Mhm.
This is
It's
a
a
trick-taking
party
game, no?
starter.
It is a trick-taking
It's a
game.
trick-taking game, yeah. It looks good. Never played it, I have to say.
Yeah, it's the best trick-taking game out there. It's amazing.
I didn't play it either.
I have, and
It's okay.
it's about making friends between pirates, right?
Right.
Okay. So,
So
Kosti, what is your number 10?
my number 10 starts on the 60th of December, right? Because we're going up. And usually they're not
60th
allowed.
of December.
The 60th of December, yeah, because it's
I don't
Christmas.
think you understand how calendars work.
What do you mean?
Maybe
60th of
16th?
the
No, no, no.
60th of
My
December.
my list starts on the 60th of December.
On
you
the
know?
60th of December.
16th.
60. Oh,
Oh right, I was going to say that's a really long. I don't know if that's a
16th.
Romanian month or something,
16th.
but that's
No,
a long
16th.
time.
16th of December. And usually I don't have that much people around. So I've chosen a game that has been on my shelf since the beginning in 2008. But it's a deviation of that one. And that game, it's the map of Switzerland of Ticket to Ride, because it's funny. It's been like years ago. We've played Ticket to Ride on the New Year's Eve, but it was years before, right? 9 hours. All the maps that we had, we played it like 9 hours in a row, and it was fun. It was super fun. So my number 10 is Ticket to Ride, the game that I discovered in 2008 when I entered the hobby, and I still have it. So on my number 10 is Ticket to Ride Switzerland, because it's a little bit cutthroat. So I've chosen that one for 3 people.
For 3 people. Well, I think Switzerland might be pretty beautiful around Christmas.
Yeah,
So it's not bad to go to Switzerland on the
It's not bad.
16th.
although it's also Nordic countries, but I prefer Switzerland.
Okay. I
I'm a complete. I played Ticket to Ride once in my life, to my shame. So I really need to play it more.
There are some very good maps.
It's a fun
No.
game, yeah.
It's a fun game.
So my number 10 is a game I play always around Christmas with friends, with family, with friends and family, and it's a game that always creates a good atmosphere, a good mood. I have never had a bad session of it. Never
Dixit.
had, and that's
Oh, great.
Dixit.
I've heard that presentation.
Yeah,
times.
yeah, of course.
So
Good.
yeah, it's a game.
It's the one with the pictures, right?
Yeah, I prefer Odyssey, the one with which plays 6 or more, because I like the double way of scoring, and it's a lot of fun to try to mess with to not mess to try to understand what people and how people are routed, how they think. What's in their brain when they choose to tell a story and the story that they tell, and I have never, like I said, and around Christmas it's just to look at those pictures is always a pleasure. I don't know what they smoked, the people who drew them. I don't know what were they on. Some of them are really, they were tripped. For sure.
Well, the original version, the art's really interesting and weird and surreal, and the newer version, the art's a bit more Disney-fied, I think.
Yeah.
But it's still a really great game.
I haven't
It was
played
one of the
Stella.
first sort of hobby games I ever played, and it's really clever, I think.
Yeah, I haven't played Stellaview. I haven't. So my number 10 was
Makes you be creative a little bit, right?
Dixit. Yeah, it makes you be. Yeah. My number 10 is Dixit.
Interesting with this one that we never play for points. Points are secondary. I mean, most of the time we
I do.
forget to move the rabbit. So
No,
we're just playing to have
no,
fun
no,
and
no.
to,
I wanna
to
win.
guess. I know you do.
I want to win.
I'm telling
That's
my experience.
I mean, the spirit of those sort of
I'm with
party
you, Randy.
games is not keeping score, really.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
right.
Yeah, yeah.
course.
I want to win.
And if you do keep score, you're just a terrible person, I think.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
totally
And
agree.
you should be surprised if anyone asks you over for Christmas.
Yeah.
Keep scoring
Um,
even a Dixit, so it's
Yeah.
yeah.
It would be, start. I'm winning. Okay, let's go to number. Wait for it.
9.
Nine. Number 9.
I ruined your thing.
So,
My number
Your
9,
number
talking about party starters and not giving a whole lot of interest of who's winning. It's the whole experience is by excitement alone. So it's the easiest, no, maybe the lightest game I have on this list. So it's the one that creates addiction. And this is the perfect time for me to talk about it. The game is called Impact. This is one of the versions. The one that I think it's more available is Strike, that has dice and numbers rather than the elements. I like the elements better. I guess that's
Is that the one where you have like the arena and you're throwing the dice into the arena?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
basically it.
Yes.
So you just chugging dice in a bowl. Basically, you could make it yourself at home, but it's very interesting to just push your
is
luck
this one? Sorry,
constantly.
Radu, please help me. If I hope I'm not wrong, and I hope this is the game.
No, just
I
Impact,
don't know what you're talking about.
Strike.
Strike.
Strike, or Impact.
Yeah.
One.
It's an arena. Okay. Der große Wurf.
That German was perfect.
Yep. So
Yeah.
it's a game that would get you addicted to rolling dice. Hopefully not in a destructive way and make you go to the casinos, but get you into board game more. And this is what it has done for me, and it has never. It's everyone could have a good day at rolling dice. You could get destroyed by a 2-year-old. Doesn't matter. It's just getting 5 minutes of pure enjoyment and ecstasy. You know, just like frenzy.
Can you imagine Bogey being destroyed at 2 years old when he's keeping track?
He's
of
going.
points track?
He's leaving board games forever. Anyway, that was my pick.
Okay.
All right.
No,
I never heard of it, man.
yeah.
Oh, it's good. It's good. It's completely facile. It's the simplest game you'll ever play, but it's surprisingly good fun for something that's so silly.
Oh,
Okay. Ben, what?
vote of confidence from Ben. That's
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
seal of
absolutely.
approval.
I am the
Oh no,
tastemaker.
it's a how is it? Luckfest. Oh, it's a Radu likes it, of course.
oh yeah,
Of
I'm
course.
all about that.
Give him a Luckfest, he's gonna go all the way in. Okay.
Strategy is overrated.
So, of course it is.
Yeah.
So Ben, what's your number 9?
So, you've had a warm up with Skull King. You've had a laugh. You've had a couple of beers, probably a couple of shots of what's Romanian schnapps called?
Tsică. Rakie.
Exactly. You've had a couple of shots of that, and you
I'll
want to do
I'll stick with the beer.
yeah, and you want to do something that's a bit bluffy, and you're feeling a bit ready to go, and carrying on the theme. I'm kind of a bit obsessed with skulls. I've got a skull here. Look,
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
the
See it?
I saw it.
I've got a skull ring, and this game is called Skull. And it's a game where you get beer mats, and they've got 3 roses and a skull, and it's a bluffing game, and you bid to see how many you can turn over, and as long as you don't turn over a skull, you win, and it feels like an old pub game. I mean, it's about 10 years old, but it feels like a game that's been around for 200 years, that you could imagine, smelly men in taverns playing
Exactly.
with each other.
Yeah.
And it's really good fun. It's a perfect sort of Christmas game because it's super simple rules. Everybody understands them because it feels like a traditional game. And then you get to, you can imagine grandparents and grandkids facing off against each other and all of that. It's a great game, Skull. I love it at any time, but at Christmas I think it would be particularly suitable.
I see.
I think it.
And
I
it's
think
in,
you took your. I think you took your Halloween top. Are you sure this is?
I
Christmas
took
you
my
want?
Halloween top 10, that's right.
and this is a very good cup holder as well.
If you ever put your beer mug on my copy of Skull, we're going to have words.
If all
Okay.
words is all we have, as the song says
I've been warned.
it's only words. As the song says it. Okay, number 9, Mr. Kosti.
Number 9. I've just seen the years that these games were released. I think I'm kind of nostalgic because this one is from 10 years ago almost,
Okay.
and it's a game that gives like I said, a relaxation and joy and something special. It's a game by Mr. Kisling,
Okay.
if I'm not mistaken, and the name is I think it was a reprint this year, but the name is Sans Souci.
Mhm.
When you are building a garden, which is garden, it's.
I've been to
relaxing.
Sanssouci. It's just up the road from me.
Yeah, there you go. And I like that game a lot. It has a brilliant scoring idea when you move that meeples down when you're building that garden, and it's just a simply relaxing game. And by the way, this is on the 17th of December.
Okay. Not
It's not
not
the
on the
61.
17th.
70th of December.
Not on the
Your
17th.
months are really long in Romania.
Yeah,
You live in an alternate universe.
yeah. Well, you know how is Brussels, no? It's like.
Okay.
And it's a game that I like a lot, and it's still in my collection. I don't have the new version because I don't think that I'm going to need that one. But it's so relaxing, so nice, so simply great. Simply great. So my number 9 is Sans Souci,
Okay.
2013.
Let's go to my number 9, which is a game
Let's.
that we also played it on stream in Romanian. Maybe we'll get a chance to play it in English also. It's a fun little game, and crazy, and it has a lot of luck in it, and it's one of the few of these types which I enjoy, and it is Quacks of Quedlinburg.
Oh,
What a game! It's a great game.
And yeah, it's fun in a box. It's
Another push your luck.
yeah, a push a luck game. It surprised me. I was surprised of how much I like this game. I hate like luck fests. I hate is a strong word, but I don't like luck fest.
People don't want to say they hate things anymore.
But-
People just want to be nice and polite. I hate everything. I mean, it's 20 to 11 on a Sunday morning. I hate all of you. I hate the world. I hate the fact that I'm awake. I hate the fact that I'm not allowed to be drunk before midday. I
Well-
hate everything. Just embrace the hate.
you can be drunk. Who said that? You can.
Cheers.
Well, you know,
Okay.
social mores dictate I can't have a drink until like 2:00 in the afternoon
So-
or something.
Oh,
My number 9 is
Bollocks.
a game which I don't of its first mechanism I do not hate, which is Push Your Luck. I like it. It's fun. It's fast. It can play. You can play with different kinds of. You can play with kids. You can play with adults, and it's the same amount of fun. And as Radu said, you can get beaten by kids, which, well, they should have a chance at some games, shouldn't they?
no Christmas kiss for you.
That's very much like a British city on a Friday night. You get beaten by kids.
Okay. So my number 9 is Quacks of Quedlinburg. Let's go to number 8. Radu.
This is the perfect segue into things that you said you don't hate. So I know you actively despise this game.
Oh no.
All right.
I
Does
hate
it
it.
start with
It's-
a K?
Obviously, I tried my
Oh,
best
really?
not to include it on this list because I've had it on so many, but it just
Yeah.
kept popping up, and it's the perfect time
Nah.
to smack your friends around, but you know, doing it metaphorically
Oh,
by kicking their monsters
I
around.
hate
So for me, King of Tokyo is one of the best you know
Push Your Luck.
and more interactive games there are in the hobby. So I played this countless times now, and I never had a bad experience or never got even bored of it. And I still have to discover everything else I have for it. I've only played the base game. I have the power-ups and other monsters. You know, the Halloween set. Yeah, it's a pretty. They've had a lot of
it is a-
fan base.
A cash cow,
And-
isn't it?
What?
It is a cash cow, isn't it?
Well, it's not because it's not that expensive, and it has player
Richard Garfield
elimination
obviously needs the money, so you know you got to make the expansions.
well, yeah, but it doesn't really lack. You know, everyone's still after more than 10 years, still people are still talking about it, playing it. So it has a, I think, an evergreen feel to it. I don't think it will ever go away. I see.
Yeah,
them-
don't listen to the haters. King of Tokyo is fabulous.
exactly.
I haven't played it in
exactly.
a long time, but it's a really fun game.
I'm glad that you're on board, so that you can balance
One
both.
of the dumbest games I've ever played. Roll some dice, kick some ass.
Exactly, that's the
That's
whole point.
that's all you need to
Oh,
do.
Again,
I'll never
very
play
much
games
like
with
a
you.
British city at the weekend.
It's
never play
called
games with you.
having fun rather than pushing cubes.
Yeah, no.
Anyway.
I don't.
I can have fun drinking. Not
No,
playing it.
I don't hate it. It's just.
Yes, you do.
I like.
Live it. Live it.
I,
Yes, you do.
I like hating on Radu, talking about it.
I really am disappointed in myself that I have to talk about this again and again. Well, I believe this has a staying power in my collection, and I will get and play with anyone who is willing to get into this hobby.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a cracking game.
Okay, let's go to
Oh,
Ben's
come
number
on.
8.
So, most people have gone to bed now, but you've managed to get like 3 or 4 people, and you say, okay, look, we're going to play a proper game, but they might not be gamers.
Thank you, Vio. Go, sorry.
Sounds cool.
They might not be gamers, so you want to play something that feels like a proper game, but is not difficult. And you've got the big 3 in gaming. You've got Catan, you've got Ticket to Ride, and then you've got the best
Carcassonne.
of
Oh,
the big 3, which is Carcassonne, and I've chosen the Carcassonne Winter Edition.
Of
It's
course.
Christmas.
Of course.
And this is the version of Carcassonne I own, and it's. I mean, Carcassonne is so evocative anyway that you build this landscape as you're doing it, and the Winter Edition's beautiful. It's beautifully illustrated. You build this snow field as you play it, and the thing about Carcassonne is that the game is over 20 years old now,
Yes,
and it still feels brilliant. It is mechanically perfect, and it is a game that's beautifully intuitive because building stuff just makes sense. And games, when they're brilliant, should be a combination of all the stuff, right? It shouldn't just be the brain that's ticking over. It should also be, you should also have a haptic sense and a visual sense, and Carcassonne does that beautifully. And this Winter Edition is so evocative. And imagine sat around with a little card table, crackling fire, a nice glass of mulled wine, building this beautiful snowy French countryside. There's no better way to finish off Christmas Eve in my eyes than with Carcassonne Winter.
I really want this. I'll actively look for it.
It's Carcassonne.
It's lovely.
With Winter,
Looks-
I have it also. But do you have the
surprised that I've
gingerbread
never heard of it.
extension?
I don't. It didn't. My copy didn't. The German version, which I bought, didn't come with the
Yeah,
gingerbread
I have
expansion.
the same one. I have the German also, but you have to go and search for the gingerbread expansion.
Yeah, and it cost like £1 million.
outside. Yeah, it's like it's the best thing ever. Come on. Yeah, but it's a nice one. Yeah, I like the crows.
Probably it will get reprinted at some point if it is that
Probably.
good.
Another evergreen.
Yeah, I haven't.
Yeah.
I haven't
The
played this one.
best of the evergreens in my view.
Yeah.
I must say it's an honorable mention for me on my top.
And I interview a lot of people for my podcast, 5 Games for Doomsday, by the way, patreon.com/5GD.
Yeah. Okay.
And you can find also T-shirts and stuff.
Exactly, and so many designers that I interview talk about Carcassonne being, one of their sort of foundational games.
Yeah.
Because it's such perfect design. There's like 4 rules, and yet the game is endlessly brilliant.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get on it.
Get on it.
So, Kosti, what's your number 8?
I hate it, by the way.
We're gonna have fights.
We're gonna have fights. Yeah. Another older one. I think we've played it, or you played it. We've played it on stream once, and it's on the 18th, of December.
Okay.
A game from 2006, and it's called Turn and Taxis.
Ooh.
Oh, it's a great game, Turn and Taxis.
I love it.
Oh, you're
just
warming
like you said,
up my
staying on
heart
it,
right now.
being at a table, having a drink, having a cup of whatever, cracking fire and everything, and just have friends around. It's just a so relaxing game. It is a cutthroat one, I mean, sometimes you can be a
No, I don't find it cutthroat. No, I don't find it
you
cutthroat
can be
at all.
you can be a star if you want, but you can mess with the others a lot if you want. But at the same time, it's so relaxing and gives me such joy to play it.
Always. Yeah. Yeah.
Always, yeah. It's really a brilliant game that I still own, and I would probably never sell it because it's quite brilliant.
Yeah.
And a good one.
Probably will
and
do.
it's on my number 8.
We will do a playthrough of it in English also. We did one in Romanian, and we laughed our ASS's off from the beginning till the end of the game. We had so much fun.
It's
playing
such a
it.
great game. It's such a great game.
You can't say the word ass on a stream. Is this how far?
As
This is 2022. Ass isn't a particularly strong
No.
swear word, you know.
no.
If
Oh,
you
you
want some
have
strong
to-
swear words, I'll give you some strong
You
swear
have to
words.
be
No.
politically correct and woke. If you're not, you're not in trend.
Incredible.
Incredible.
So,
Is my game in trend or not?
yeah,
Shall I skip?
from my
It's-
point of view, it's a good choice. I like it a lot.
It's a winner.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
I
It's-
couldn't be
it's-
more on board
I
with this
I
one.
think
And
this
my
one,
job here is done.
I think this one still cracks in my top 100. I still like it that much. But
Yeah, it's a brilliant game.
I have
It's like
I have
almost
all the,
20 years.
I have all the expansions
one of the-
for it.
It's one of those classic. It's
Indeed.
one of those classic, simple, deep German Euro games, right?
Exactly.
Which-
And
It
makes you-
colorful.
Which
And
It makes you
colourful.
understand why German games became so popular in the 90s
Oh.
because
Yeah.
when they're that clean and they're so cleverly designed, and it's not, you talk about Anachrony. I mean, I think Anachrony is
Cracking game.
I think it's an awful game that's far too complex and it takes much too long. And then you play something like Turn and Taxes and you go, this is game design. You just didn't throw every mechanism you know into a blender and then pour it on a piece of cardboard,
yeah, I do not agree with you, but we
You've
don't
heard
have
Kosti's feelings.
we don't have time for
Why did I
that.
have this guy on my life?
So
I shouldn't invite you
what I
ever.
still
A
love
crapnony.
what I still love about Turn and
No
Taxes
soup for you.
is the fact that here Michael Menzel shows his genius to make a board which has no color in it and yet make it colorful.
Right.
Yeah.
Uh,
And the designers.
yeah, the
brilliant
game
game.
is still great.
Andreas and Karen, brilliant game. Brilliant game.
Okay,
Well done.
let's
It's-
go to my number 8. My number 8 is a game that is, well, this is Cult of the New. It has winter in it, and it's called Endless Winter.
Really?
Oh, I've yet to play it.
Really?
Paleo Americans. I like this game. It's fun. I do feel it needs expansions to get
So it's not that great.
to make it the best game possible. It's fun. Play it with 2. You don't need to play it with more than 2.
Nope.
But it's fun. It's a lot of fun, and once you get to play it more, it will be more thematic. It will make more sense thematically, and it brings the winter feel on your table. If you want something a bit more complex, not necessarily an easier game, a medium type game, let's say, not overly complex, not an easy game though, I would go for Endless Winter Paleo Americans for the winter theme, most of it. Yeah, deck building. It's the deck construction of it's fun. The building on the map is fun. It has different mechanisms tied very well together. So my number 8 is Endless Winter Paleo Americans.
And I shouldn't want to blow my own trumpet. I mean, if I could, I wouldn't leave the house. But you should also watch the Kickstarter video for Unconscious Mind
Of course. You
because
should.
I do the voice for it, and it's an outrageous German accent. So you should get on it and love it.
Okay, let's go to number 7. Radu.
Shoot. Oh,
Radu,
I can't hear it.
I can't
can't
hear
hear
you, Radu.
Okay, sorry. So mine, I will not dwell on it too much because it's a crossover with Kosti.
Yeah.
Is it Turn and Taxi?
No. It's I think
No.
the most
Not
it has that Christmas vibe to it, and this is
It
the
will.
only train game I will have on this list.
It's not a train game.
On any list. Oh yeah, I forgot you have those. For me, it's a train game.
Yeah,
So,
of course.
Ticket to
Ticket
Ride.
to Ride, especially Nordic countries. It
Yeah.
has that, you could find elements of snow, the typical. You could imagine that, Santa on the cover has, So if I had to pick a game for to have a Christmas feeling to it, this would be it. So yeah, what with everything you have already said. Although I would like to mention that I've seen the 15th anniversary of
Europe.
version of this Ticket to Ride, and it looks they went all in overproducing it. But still, it's it's amazing.
Nordic countries.
Yeah.
There is a 15th anniversary of what?
No, Europe,
No,
Europe. I
Europe.
just
Oh,
wanted to mention that version that's blinged to extreme.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh,
Yeah, well,
yeah. So that was your number
Yeah.
7.
eight.
Ben, what's your
Me
number
and
7?
Kosti like to go on trains.
That's 7. Okay.
So it's Christmas morning, and if you're a man of a certain age, you feel your prostate pushing down onto your bladder, so you have to get up and you have to go and relieve yourself. And it's 6 a.m, and you're like, oh, bloody hell, it's 6
Bloody.
a.m, and I can't get back to sleep.
Okay.
And then some other middle-aged man is there, and you look at each other and you go, what are we going to do for 2 hours until everyone else wakes up? And so you sit down and you break out Patchwork Christmas edition, and you sit and you play Patchwork for a couple of hours. This
course.
is my second favorite Uwe Rosenberg game. It is beautifully designed and it looks really nice and sort of friendly, but it's completely brutal, and if you don't get it right, you'll end up with a million minus points. It's so easy to understand how to play, yet so difficult to be brilliant at. It is. The first time I played it, I went, this is amazing. And I just played it again the other day, and it was still as brilliant as it was on that first time. Patchwork is great, and I love I'm a real sucker for all that sort of Christmas rubbish, right? I love it. I love the music. And by the way, I'm just going to have a quick rant here.
Okay.
That Mariah Carey song is brilliant, by the way.
Oh.
And everyone's saying that Mariah Carey
Safe.
song's terrible. It's brilliant. It is Christmas. Get off Mariah's back. And, you whack on Mariah Carey's Christmas hits in the morning, play Patchwork Christmas edition. What a great way to start Christmas morning. You know what I
must be
mean?
very drunk.
Okay.
So I've just got a question for the Romanians here, which is all of you. Christmas is on the 24th or the 25th? In Romania?
25th. It's my birthday. I told
It's on the 25th.
25th, yeah. It's
So
Christmas
it's the same
Eve.
as
Yeah,
England.
Yeah, Christmas Eve on the 24th. Okay.
Yeah.
That song is everywhere.
Okay,
That's for
now
sure.
let's go to number 7.
Don't want a
Kosti.
lot for Christmas. Come on, thing I need. Come on. I don't actually know the words though.
I don't know the words. I should ask
Barely
I should
make
ask my
up
daughter because
sentences,
it's like
let alone sing.
Okay. Kosti.
underneath the Christmas tree, whatever.
Kosti.
Number 7, right?
Curious. You picked a 2-player game to play in a party of many.
No, because it was in the morning.
It's in the morning. My prostate is
You didn't
banging
pay
on my
attention.
bladder
You
saying,
didn't pay attention.
listen
You
to me,
didn't listen to
Radu.
him at the beginning.
was in the
Okay.
morning,
Okay, Kosti,
you know.
go.
I tell a story. I weave a tale, a Christmas tale, and you
Yeah,
just don't listen.
I'll listen. I thought that was just ambient. But we'll.
You didn't
I'm
listen.
disgusted. I'm
You
disgusted.
didn't listen.
I
See, man,
didn't. I
see?
didn't.
See?
Okay.
Sorry.
Number 8. I'm gonna stick
Number
with
7.
Mr. Menzel.
Number
I don't
7.
know why. Number 7. I'm gonna stick with Menzel. I don't know why, because it was just like that.
Oh.
But another brilliant game that I enjoy and brings a lot of joy to me
Yes.
and myself. And we've talked a lot before. I've talked a lot before about this game. It's Ulm,
Oh.
because I simply love that game. Simply, it's just I can't say more about it. It's just so much joy to play that one. Could be in the morning, like Ben, could be in the evening, but it's such a brilliant game for me. It gives such a joy and a relaxation. For me, everything gets joy and relaxing, chill. Christmas, chill. Everything is chill. So yeah, my number 7 is Ulm, and I think it's a
I
brilliant
like
game.
it, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't play it
Again,
for
an old-
Christmas.
You have kids, right?
I would.
I
And
have
it has the
Me? Him?
the scarf makes it Christmas themed.
Costa, you have kids, right?
I have one. Yeah, I have one.
And,
daughter.
and Christmas is chill for you?
Well,
Isn't it a living hell?
it's chill changes with time.
With the amount of
With
beer
the
you've
amount of,
ingested, I assume.
yeah, with the
Chill
amount
is
of beer
different
I
for
can.
different people, Ben.
Because yeah, I was scared today that she didn't woke up until 9, and I was in bed at 9. I was like, wow, something wrong in this house. But then again, yeah.
Well, I recommend chewable morphine for kids. Brilliant.
I write it down. Huh? Don't mess with me. I write it down.
Okay. My number 7.
So yeah,
My number 7. Let's go to my number 7. My number 7 is a game which has partial luck in it, and I enjoy it a lot. I like it a lot. 2-player, like Ben said. If you have someone to play a game with, which is pretty fast, gives you a lot to think about for the.
Don't bother telling a story,
Uh,
Boogie.
yeah,
don't
don't
bother
bother.
telling a story. Radu won't
no one
listen to you.
listens. No
Don't,
one
don't
listens.
bother.
Yeah, but
I'm never gonna
Radu
hear the
thinks
end of this now.
King of Tokyo all the time, and yeah, the game creates a certain atmosphere, at least for me. And the game is called Expedition to New Dale.
Okay.
I've only played Oh My Goods, which is the small card game version of this, right?
Mm.
Yeah, it's this is the big game.
Mm.
It has that blue cover, which is
Mm-hmm.
Christmassy. It's a fun game.
That's
Oh,
right,
red.
blue, the traditional Christmas color, blue.
Yes.
It's not red.
No, it's blue.
Until now, I thought it was
It's
red.
blue from snow.
Wow.
That's right, because as we all know, snow is blue.
If
Yeah.
you look at it,
No.
if you look at it at night, it's
I
blue.
don't know what word are you in, but
At least it's not yellow.
If you well, true.
Okay, so yeah, it's push your luck. It has push your luck in it, and it's quite fun, and it's done in a very smart way. And it's resource conversion, a mechanism which I really enjoy, and it has a certain feeling. It creates a certain mood, and that's why I think it's one of the most thematic fisters. It's one of the most
There's
Really?
nothing better than a thematic fister.
well. If you haven't played
Yep.
it, you can shut up.
but is too much push your luck on your list? Are you right?
But, well, it's Christmas.
It's-
I am allowed to push my luck on Christmas.
We push your luck on Christmas. Okay. Push
It
your luck at
looks
the
like
end
you
of the
need a
year.
pretty
Yeah,
big table for it.
No, you don't need a very big table. It's
You can play it on
on a smaller table.
on the floor. Yeah.
Or on the
On the
floor.
floor.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah.
Yeah.
And if you like it, just throw it in fire.
No, that's King of Tokyo.
It's an
I
acronym,
got
isn't it?
it's
Wow.
come on.
I mean, the thing is, an
And-
anachrony is so big and full of rubbish. I mean, it'll keep the fire going
For
for
a
the
long
whole
time.
Christmas period as well. So
Exactly.
What a
Okay.
It will burn to infinity.
Exactly.
Let's go to number 6.
And beyond time.
Okay.
oh yeah, it really feels like time travel as well, doesn't it? It doesn't feel like you're just getting alone.
No,
It's
it is.
really-
I always say
Really
it's alone.
thematic.
I always say it's alone, but it's
Okay,
a
okay,
well
we're
done
not
one.
talking about anachrony anymore. Number 6,
started it.
Radu, number 6.
We started.
All right.
Second time.
So this is the
Good one,
perfect game to play in a cabin in the woods where you're.
Hey, that's my podcast. You're stealing ideas from.
Yeah.
Oh really? Sorry.
Oh, and he doesn't even listen to my podcast.
I
either.
should-
No, no, no.
Well, I
Have
only,
you got an allergic reaction to listening to me or something?
5 games.
Well,
to lose.
let's say I discovered you today.
Oof, oof, oof.
Okay,
All
which
right.
is your number 6, Radu?
My number 6. So you're in the woods. You're in a cabin in the woods. So this game is called Parks.
Parks?
Doesn't
Okay.
it doesn't add up
No.
anyway.
I was just
So
thinking of horror.
you depending on this is the ultimate postcard board game out there. I can't imagine anything coming close to it. I bought this game solely to have those cards and to just
Send them to people.
What?
Send them to people.
Oh, yeah.
Dear Ben, who are you? Love Radu.
And then send the cards with people. Yeah. Love
Okay.
Rob.
Okay, leave the man
Alright,
speak.
so-
You awful beings.
You're getting me derailed off my tracks here.
Listen to your
so you-
story.
components, artwork. There's a decent gameplay in there. It's a very, it's not very. It's
You're lost with
You
your
know,
rewards
how do you
with this
call it?
game. What did you do to him?
what? I can't hear you.
That's no surprise, is it?
All right. So Parth, beautiful
in purpose.
production over it's deluxeified components and decent gameplay. I love it.
Okay, so your number 6 was Parks. We
Yeah,
understood.
Parks.
It's a.
I had a whole
You have the
script,
postcards.
but
yeah.
I don't listen to myself either. So
Okay. Ben, you go. You're number 6.
Radu, are you listening?
attentively.
So,
Oh,
I haven't chosen this one because I particularly like it. I think it's fine, but I don't particularly, I'm not crazy for it. But I've
you didn't
chosen
have a
it
good
because
idea.
it's inevitable that if someone in your family knows you're a gamer, this is the game you're gonna find under the Christmas tree.
Monopoly.
Monopoly,
I don't want to get in.
scared.
I don't want to get into the horrible sort of hell that is my life, but I'm doing a bit of internet dating at the moment, and a girl I was dating had bought a copy. She didn't know anything about board games, but she'd bought a copy of this for a friend of hers for Christmas. And this is Wingspan. I think Wingspan is fine.
I do like the fact that you set up Wingspan to be a modern Monopoly.
Right. Wingspan is fine. I don't think it's a bad game. I'm not in love with it, but it is a phenomenon. And it looks so cool. People think they can be sophisticated and buy this sophisticated looking game for their gamer friend or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're going to sit there and you're going to see a Ticket to Ride size box under the Christmas tree, and you don't even need to take the wrapping paper off. It's gonna be Wingspan. My God, I wish I'd designed it because well,
You would be
I wouldn't
rich.
be speaking to you bloody lot for a start.
Yeah, and then Radu really wouldn't listen to you.
I'm constantly surprised by Wingspan because I think it's fine. But if someone had asked me what's going to be the big game of this decade,
You never. Thought,
I wouldn't have chosen Wingspan.
Think, and that's why I think it makes it a phenomenon because it's a game which appeals very easy to non-gamers because of its theme, because of easy. Once you understand it, it's easy to play, and it's fun. It's fun as Kostis says it in a breezy way.
Yeah,
I don't play it a lot, but I reviewed it at some point and I realized what his forte is. Mr. Kosti, what's your number? 66666.
Is it 6?
Yes, 6. Believe it or not.
Man.
No, it's
it's 6. Yeah.
Did you?
Oh man, I didn't listen to you.
Pardon?
Oh,
It's 6. Yeah, you're right.
What,
It's 6.
what you knew?
Oh, thank you for the verification.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 6. It's 6. Yeah.
Thank God
I-
you're counting. Okay.
I pick up this game because it for me it has a brilliant theme about a crazy man named Pessoa
Okay.
from Portugal.
Oh.
A man who
Yeah.
lived it, right?
Yeah, because the designer is your friend. That's
it
why you
re-
picked this game.
Oh,
I could have put it on number 1. You know, yeah. The designer is one of my friends, but
You've been called that.
I love Pessoa from the first time I played it. It's such a great game with a brilliant theme. I to be honest, when I was interested in the game, the first thing that I wanted, and I'm not doing it often, it was the theme.
Yeah, we know
And
we
man,
don't like
it
themes.
works. It works very well. It works very well with this game, and it's so nicely done. Reading poems, right, Ben?
That's right. Well, he was a famous Portuguese
Poet.
poet, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Who
yeah,
had
yeah,
Yeah, it
lots
was a
of
famous
different
Portuguese poem, and he has
Yep.
a lot of different
personas,
he wrote
right?
names. He had like tomorrow I'm another person. I've changed
Yeah,
my character and whatever. It's just like crazy, man. He lived it. I mean, he lived it, man. And I was very interested in the game, and it works very well. You're reading poems, you're going to libraries and stuff like that. It's a theme that we don't see that often, and I think it's a game that I really enjoy around Christmas to play with.
And she did the illustrations too.
Who?
Oh, she did. David designed it.
No, it's Orlando Sa,
Okay.
the guy that designed also Porto and Rosio, if you know those.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
Marina Costa is the
He's the
artist.
artist. Yeah.
And I like it. I like it a lot. The artwork is very
Yeah, I have to
distinguished.
get my hands on this game and try it
So
also.
this one is on my number 6. It's Pessoa.
Okay.
Feels kind of heavy for a Christmas.
It's not Christmas. It's
It's the 19th.
I think
It's
it's the 19th
It's
or
not
20th.
Christmas yet.
Yeah, it's the 19th. Not Christmas yet. So pay attention, please.
Radu,
You know,
listen
I'll
to
just be
people,
silent
Radu.
from now
Listen
on.
to
I
people.
feel like
Listen to people.
What is he doing?
All
Is he
you can
just
do
is
is
he
just
just
listen.
reading the King of Tokyo rulebook? Or something?
I'm playing it in my mind. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Listen,
It's
Radu,
Sunday
listen
morning.
to
I'm
people's stories.
distracted.
Man.
Okay, my number 6
Please.
is a game which is completely out of print, which not a lot of people talk about.
There you go. Won't play this
Um,
one on Christmas because
But I really like this game. It's in my top 100. It's in my top 50, I think. It's not a complicated game, not a complex game. It's the game. It appeared in 2011, very close to Eclipse. Eclipse got the buzz, but I think I like more this one, which is Welcome to Walnut Grove. If I could only find it. Did I write it? Welcome to Walnut Grove. I don't know if I've ever played it.
I've played it a few times. Yeah, I played it a few times. It's like
They called it the
It was
Little
kind of-
House in the Prairie, the board game.
that's it. That was what I was thinking of. Yeah, it's kind of a
It's a
Based on that
very tight, fast Euro, which combines Carcassonne with a bit of Agricola, not too much Agricola.
Yeah,
very little things of Agricola, very small things from Agricola. It takes, but it's very fun. It's fast. Every decision you make matters. It creates you're creating a farm which you have to make it as efficient as possible in order to have better production from round to round. You have only 8 rounds in the game. Every round you have I think one action on the board. Practically you have 8 actions on the board, and some actions on your player board. It ties very well together. It's fun, it's fast, it's thinky, and I find it very, very rewarding, and it creates that Little House in the Prairie feel of the game, and I do like that, to have that that feel around Christmas, that let's say home feel.
It's all about the feelings now.
Yeah, it's all about the feelings.
It's all about the feelings, the manly feelings.
Exactly. it's a fun little game which I always play.
It's a fun one for sure.
Play with pleasure. I pimped my copy. I have meeples, real meeples. I play with metal coins and things like that. It makes it even more fun to play.
Walnut Grove with metal coins.
And I don't have I have fish meeples and sheep meeples and things like that. That's my number 6. Let's go to number 5.
5. So,
Radu, what's your number 5?
I'm going from parks to meshing of board games with race cars, Formula One to be more exact. So, everyone kind of likes both of these things. So, people might be interested in pushing little toy cars around. And it's for the entire family. It's fun to, try to have your car cross the finish line. So you have, your typical, you have cars that you can use. The interesting part about what I like about it is that you're not only push. What?
It's Formula D?
No, it's Downforce.
A Downforce.
I'd love to play this. I picked
Downforce because I like this one better. It has that positive competitiveness about it, because when you play a card, you're not only helping yourself, you're accidentally helping the other ones as well. So it's how do you manage to keep the other cars back and go and push yours forward. And there's another element of player interaction where you can bet on the cars that will go across the finish line. It doesn't have to be yours. You just have to be right. So it has all the elements of a good family, you got the idea. So just play with car toys. That's
you
what
attacked him until you left him with no words.
Hey, this is what you get if you don't listen to me. This is what you get.
Radu, put yourself
I'm
together.
in my place right now. Yeah. No.
Come on, you got 4 more games to pull this disaster out of the bag now, Radu. You'll be fine. I mean, you've embarrassed yourself, but it's okay. You can rescue it by the end.
Okay. I haven't heard a word of it, but I'll agree.
Good.
I still have 4 to go. I hope I'll bring something of useful to the table. So yeah. Invite me to your party,
Dude,
please.
Attack him. Dude, attack him. Don't just. Okay, let's go. Ben, what is your number 5?
So this is a game you should buy someone for Christmas. I mean, you're going to buy them Wingspan, but you should buy them this because it's a really good game. It's a perfect game to just break out right there and then. It's super simple,
Monopoly.
but it's really good fun. It's one of those great games that can be played by adults and kids, and it also has a feeling of a toy factor. You get a nice sort of plastic wheel in it, and this is Wavelength.
Oh yeah.
Wavelength is one of these classic party games. It's really good fun. It promotes those kind of things where someone gives a clue, and then everyone just goes, "Why the bloody hell did you do that? That's crazy." And it's so much fun.
Designed.
You're waiting for Christmas dinner, you've had a couple of drinks on an empty stomach, and someone buys you that, so you learn the rules in 5 minutes, you break it out and you play it, and it's a grand old time.
I've never played it. It's a Wolfgang Warsch design. I think
Again, another Wolfgang Warsch. Yeah.
And I'm quite interested to play this one to see how it.
It's great.
feels.
It's great. It's a great game.
Yeah. So your number 5 was Wavelength, which probably it's a good choice because it's a Wolfgang Warsch design. I'll give you that.
Yeah, and it's a perfect Christmas game.
I'll give you that for now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
Not my Christmas.
Well, let's go to your number 5, mister.
My number 5, if you listened to Ben before,
I listened.
You should have probably seen a game that you need to buy for people on Christmas.
So it's I
And I have on my number 5, Wingspan. Because why not?
Great minds think alike.
Great, exactly. And
and yet
it's a game that works with everyone, like you said. I mean, you can have gamers or non-gamers on the table. It just appeals with people, and
yeah,
I think it's a great
So,
game
yeah,
to
get
and
people
like you
into the
said,
hobby,
Ben,
yeah.
I wished I designed this one because it's
Yeah.
so great. It's so great and it works so very well.
I think everybody wished they designed this one. This one in Patchwork
Or
Yeah, this one.
code. I wish I designed code names.
or Codenames. Yeah, also.
I wish I designed Anachrony. There you go.
Yeah. So.
God, can you imagine play testing that? My God. How did you not? I mean, I don't know how anyone involved with that game is still alive. I'd have hung myself from the rafters after play testing that endlessly. Oh, do I get a loan here? Yeah. Oh, can we have just a bog standard worker placement game that's really overcomplicated, please? Yeah, if you want. Oh.
I'm coming to Berlin tomorrow.
No,
With Anachrony.
no, we're just sending someone. We don't have to go. The Romanian mafia
No,
is
I'm going with Anachrony and play with him, so I can shut him up.
Okay.
Hello,
Yeah.
Mr. Maddox. I've come to see you.
I would
Sorry,
have
my
to
friend,
have
those are
probably a friend.
Russians, not Romanians. Okay.
So there you go. My number 5 is Wingspan, the best game ever to choose for Christmas.
Okay. To play. That's a good pick. I agree with that one.
I endorse
Thank you.
that pick.
Thank you. Radu?
I don't like it at all, so this is why I'm so quiet.
We just thought you weren't listening.
That's good. That's good because I don't want everybody to be agree with me. So thank you, Radu.
I see.
So let's go to my number.
Glad to help.
You're not making any friends here, Radu. I don't.
I
don't
know.
mean to be rude.
I'm just making my hole, digging my own hole here.
My number 5 is a game which we played on stream in Romanian, and I hope we're going to play it again in English because it's a game which I like to play around Christmas. It has a very quirky theme, and it is one of the few Felds which I enjoy.
No.
And I think Radu can. Radu knows what game I am talking
Starts
about.
with A?
No.
No.
Ass.
Starts
I don't know.
with an L, and that is Luna.
Oh,
I've not played. I need to play this. It looks great.
Because it's blue.
It's blue,
Right.
yeah,
The traditional Christmas color of blue.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yeah.
my friend. You read it correctly.
all your
You have
games
to
are blue.
understand that red is invented by a fizzy drink company.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
So,
I
Yeah.
love some Coke at Christmas.
but that's white.
In your whiskey.
Okay, let's go to my number 5. Stop picking on my number. So my
No one said anything.
You're out.
Luna, which
You go on, Boogie. Carry on. Everybody be quiet. You go on.
yeah, yeah, I am. You're the only one talking. So my number, my number 5 is.
Okay, just go on. Just go on.
And
It's
my
fine.
number
It's fine.
5
Just
is-
go on. Just go on. Everybody stop talking. Just go on.
We won't interrupt you at all.
Yeah, it's a game that.
Yeah, carry on. Just don't stress about it. Just go on. We're not going to interrupt you. Just carry
Do you
on.
know I have the mute button? Do you realize that I do have the mute button? Okay, so.
Oh, you're not going to be affected, I think.
So yeah, Luna, which I find, yeah. Let me go here. No, thank God we have Ben here because I have forgotten to go to the big screen. So my number 5 is Luna because it's blue and has lots of beautiful colors in it, and because it's funky and it's weird, it's quirky, and it creates a certain atmosphere at the table. And it looks awesome in the deluxeified version of TNG. I don't know if you can find it anymore. And it's a pretty good game. Also, it's a pretty good and fun game. And it's a game where you don't need to stay with your head on the table. You have to look all the time of all other players. and react a bit to them because of this central mechanism, which it was stolen for another game, which is how is it called? It will have a deluxeified version this year. You like it, Kosti? I don't. Anyways,
Who? Okay.
La Granja.
Yeah,
La Granja,
I didn't get
La
it.
Granja.
Okay. That
Yeah,
one.
it
Okay.
stole the
I like it.
central,
I like La Granja.
it stole the
Love it.
central mechanism from here. So
Love it.
yeah, that was my number 5. Was Luna. Fun game. I'll do a playthrough of it to see why I like it so much.
It's not stolen, man. Everybody uses the same mechanisms.
Nah.
It's a
around here.
homage.
It's an homage, yeah.
Yeah.
A
Yeah,
stolen
yeah.
homage.
I love La Granja.
Yeah, I know you do. But okay,
La
let's
Granja
go
power.
to number 4.
All
Radu,
right.
do you have your mic on? Okay.
I do.
You do. Yeah.
Why?
Okay, go.
All right. So my number 4.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It says 5 there. Anyway. So my number 4 is this is as close as I can get to going to church by doing board games. Probably there are others, but this is an abstract that gives me that feel of looking at a stained glass window.
Mm.
So what they've done with such a relatively small package and a neat design by the game is Sagrada, by the way.
Yeah, I was waiting for it. I was waiting for more clues. I thought it was Sagrada. Yeah, well, you're in Spain. You're allowed to have this pick.
I thought it was another one, but then again, yeah.
Yeah, I'm throwing curveballs and trying to get you off the scent. But Sagrada is one of my it looks and
It looks good, yeah, and it plays
festive,
fast.
and
yeah.
And I really love stained glass art, and it's everywhere. It's something that I'm drawn to subconsciously, unconsciously. I'm pretty obsessed with it, obviously. So it's a very simple, fast game where you just have to pick dice and try to complete a pattern, basically. Which will give you points at the end of the game. So it's really abstract, but it has a good table presence, and it's a good title to show friends, family, and children. So that's kind of the theme I was going for in my top 10. So
it's good. It's a good pick.
My dice manipulation game would probably be Role Player, but this is a good one too.
Okay.
I thought that you're gonna have the other one that you bought at Essen.
Okay.
Let's go. Basilica. I thought that you were talking about that one.
Yeah.
No, that's 2 players. So I'm going for more than 2. So
okay.
Ben, you're number 4.
Firstly, I've got a question. What do you in Romania? What do you eat on Christmas Day?
Oh, a lot of things.
Pig.
Did you just?
What you said?
Did he
Pig.
say what I thought he just said?
Did he?
Pig.
Pig.
Oh,
I said
pig!
pig.
I thought you said something else.
No. Pig.
What did you think I would say?
100% sure that it was what? And I didn't say it till now.
I need to
I
change
didn't
my
say it.
microphone.
Because exactly.
I mean,
was like that.
more
What
power
did-
to you. Chow down.
I just keep my swears like
No, it's
And
pig,
you-
pig.
What the
Yeah,
hell?
most of
Pig.
our traditional dishes have pig in it. Is it called
Okay.
sarmale, or how is it? Wurst.
Sausages.
Sausages.
Wurst.
Whoa.
Sausage. Pig
Wurst are
sausage.
Wurst are good.
Yeah.
Well, anyway. So after Christmas dinner, and I'm from the middle of England, so dinner means lunch where I'm from. So after Christmas dinner, you want something a bit energetic because you don't want to fall asleep in front of the James Bond movie. So you want something to wake you up. And this is probably the best party game out there. It is great fun. You act like a fool, And it's one of those things, again, the whole family can play it. It's brilliant. And that is Time's Up. Time's
All right.
Up is so good. It's so silly. It's one of those kind of, mainstream
Yeah.
commercial
Yep.
games, but it's a really good one. You act like idiots and you all get to sit around and watch your granny act like an idiot. It's a brilliant game. Perfect for Christmas afternoon. That's Time's Up.
If you say
Yep.
so.
I've never played this one.
It's not very popular in Romania, but
Oh, you need to play it. You need
It's
a
very
big group
popular
of
in
people.
Belgium,
That's the thing.
unfortunately.
because it doesn't have a localized version, I think. But we have something similar. Yeah. Kosti, what's your number 4?
And my number 4.
Well, it's blue, so
It's blue.
it's very Christmassy.
Yeah, we have established that already.
You can say whatever you can say whatever you want, but it's the best deck building game ever. I've said it. So yeah, Dominion, love it so much, with or without expansions, whatever you like. If you bring Dominion to the table, I'm the first one who said yes. I love this game a lot, and I think it's like we said and repeated probably.
Yeah.
It's one of the games that just gave me
We need
super
to play
joy
this together.
and
I
I love it so much. I love it so much. I could have played on Easter also. So there you go. But if it's Christmas, it's Christmas. So
it's good all year
Stick-
round, right?
yeah, it's good all year round.
So
I love.
rarely, Boogie was saying, that you steal mechanisms. So many games borrow ideas from other games, but this one was, when it came out, a true original, and that's really
what I'm
difficult to say
Yeah.
about a game.
That's what I
Yeah.
still have it. That's why I still enjoy playing Dominion a lot. So my number 4, it's Dominion
Well, yeah.
because it's just brilliant.
Well, I'm not yeah. Let's go to my number 4. My number 4 is a game. It's an evergreen. It's a game that I don't know. I think everybody played it here. It's one of those games. You talk about the Holy Trinity. I think there is a 4th game to make it across.
Okay.
And that is. Can you guess it?
I don't think it's Catan. You really dislike that game.
No. It can't be.
Is the anniversary edition for that game.
Oh, it's Stone Age?
Okay.
The anniversary one with the winter map.
Yeah, which is too expensive for what it is.
Well, we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
We're living in an imaginary world where money doesn't matter.
Yeah, of
but I
course.
don't think it's
And I have 2 copies
in
of
the
it.
beginning. Yeah, it was expensive, but because I don't know why the price went down, it wasn't that expensive anymore. At least, yeah, here.
Yeah, because it's 5 years, right?
But I
4
think
already.
I like Stone Age. I always like playing it. I'll never say no to a game of Stone Age. It's fun. I like doing the. Am I going there? Am I going to put? How much am I going to push my luck in the?
Another push your luck.
Yeah.
It's something wrong. here.
But you have
Something
to know
wrong.
how much to push your luck, how much to play hedge your bets with the dice, because they will bite
Kind
you.
of, yeah.
But it's so much fun. It's so
Exactly.
much fun when you are pushing it and it works, and you get that one resource which you need to get that card, to make that set. I think it's still a lot of fun. I think it works. I think it still brings people into the hobby, a true classic. And I do like what they've made. I have a lot of problems with this anniversary edition, with how they made it, but I do like what the animals bring to the table. I do like some of the good things this edition has. Yeah.
Yep.
Stone Age
It's
is
very-
a classic. I love worker placement. Stone Age is a
it's
really
a
good
classic.
one.
It's very funny when you go with a lot of meeples to a place and then you came back with a stone because the dots were just like, well,
Or no
you know what I mean?
stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is what it is.
And not enough games have sexual intercourse in them. And Stone Age has sexual intercourse in it, and that's an
No, you
important
don't.
thing.
You go into the into a wooden hut and you find there someone else. You just find it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, is
yeah,
that what it is?
yeah.
Yeah.
You just
is,
find
yeah,
it,
yeah,
and after you find it, you come back with him.
Yeah, because you
Just
can't
wait
put
you there.
babies to
Just
work,
wait you there.
so-
Is the hut that is just wait
Okay.
you there. You just need to go there,
Okay.
and that's it.
That was.
That's how stories are
Now
made.
let's go to what really matters: the top three. Until now, well, there are some games, but the top three.
Yeah, they're all crap.
Exactly.
They're all crappy games.
They're all like anachrony level crap. Now it's the
Yeah.
important games.
You should put the timestamp right here where it's
Where it
counts.
matters.
Um,
Okay, Radu, go to your number three.
So I assure you
No,
it
mine is
doesn't,
anachrony.
because you've talked about this already, and it's a crossover with Bogey. Yeah, it's fun in the box, like you said. It's back builder, a push your luck, and you just feel the constant urge of one more, just
one more.
just one
Yeah.
more, and you
I'm
know,
scared. I'm scared.
usually it ends up blowing in your face, right? So
Yeah, it does.
you know how I like to take loans and
Yeah, yeah, I
bonds and
know.
all that. So this is the same thing.
Ross!
I just go over. It's Quacks of Quedlinburg.
Oh,
It's the quacks.
I
Yeah.
just have to push my luck until it doesn't work, right? So I think I have to rethink my strategy a bit, because it's you
I
just,
think we played it
Mm.
on stream with everything,
we have
and at the end we were 1 point apart or something like that. We were so close, and,
Yeah.
and it felt like it's gonna be we're gonna be miles apart.
Yeah, expansions certainly help to mitigate
luck
the
factor,
luck
yeah.
factor, and you have more options to not lose everything. You're just building up, and we'll probably will have another chance
Playing
of
it, yeah.
revisiting
Yeah,
this one.
It's a beautiful design. I mean, that's why. Take that. Push your luck can be a mechanic if it's not well implemented, that can just be frustrating and stupid, and there's no gain there. But Quacks is just so beautifully designed that it's not just push your luck. That's the central core of the game, but there's so much more to do that it makes it a real fulfilling experience, I think.
Yeah.
And there's a certain dynamic at the table where everyone is just rooting and chiming, one more, just one more, and you have to restrain yourself, and
And
yeah,
then it blows
it's a
up.
very good team builder.
Ben, your number three
Yes.
is
Okay, so go back to Roman times. Up until the present, there is one
up until the
Central.
60th
one
of December.
Right, exactly. There is one central piece of graffiti that you will see wherever you go around the world. I'm always amazed. So I walked a Roman path, and there is a famous Roman bridge that has this piece of graffiti carved into the side of the bridge. If you go to the Far East or you go to Skegness, you will see this piece of graffiti everywhere. And there is a game. So it's Christmas afternoon. You've had a couple of drinks. You're all feeling a bit fruity. And there is no game more guaranteed to result in people drawing parts of the male anatomy. And that is Telestrations. Telestrations.
All
Is-
that preparation for Telestration.
Telestrations is hilarious, stupid. It's one of those games, those great party games where scores absolutely don't matter. It is about how many parts of the male anatomy you can draw in a 15-minute period. It is really funny. It is. I play this. I play this game at least twice a month, and it's always great. And you can play it with up to 10 people,
12 with
and it's
the big version.
with
Yeah,
the big one, yeah. And it's so stupid and so much fun, and I highly recommend it. Telestrations is
I
brilliant.
agree.
It is up there in my
I
favorite
agree.
games.
I agree. It
Yeah.
is. It is. It is. It's an. Yeah. You can play it forever. There is no limit
Yeah.
to this game.
And you just draw Willis and Hitler. That's all you draw is Willis and Hitler for the entire thing. It's brilliant.
Okay.
Good one.
Is this a family show?
Yes, of course, always.
Now,
Do you get demonetized if you mention Hitler on your channel?
Oh yeah, he has to.
No, I don't think you can. If you start,
because it's the
If-
dog. I have a dog named Hitler.
yeah. Well, no,
He's very popular in your neighborhood, isn't he?
Okay.
Of course.
we don't talk about that here.
Let's go to good one, Radu. Good one. Let's go to Kosti.
Me,
Your number 3.
in case you forgot me. So number 3, we are on the 23rd of December in my
Your calendar. Yeah.
Christmassy in my calendar, and I have a game that game was in the same time very good because I enjoy it and I like it a lot, and at the same time very, very, very hyped since it arrives. It arrived in 2018, and that game is about English people.
Ooh.
Okay.
The name is Obsession.
Okay.
I've not played it. I really want to play this. It's supposed to be great.
I love it. It just gives that feeling at the table, just bring people around and doing English estates and having those families, and that and that and that and then and this. And the funny part about it is when you have those character cards, some of them are Americans. But when you bring Americans to your parties, you lose like
You look prestige,
and everything. You just
prestigious, what you look.
and you lose the prestige and everything because you
Quite
don't
right.
bring an American. Quite right? Because you don't bring an American to an English tea party, But the thing is that they come with money,
Yeah, they have money.
so this is quite good. So you get them, you use them for the money, and then just throw it away from your deck.
Yeah,
Which I
quite
find
right.
is so brilliantly done, really thematic, and that's a game that brings a lot of joy to the table for me. I know it was a lot of controversy with it because it's random or whatever and everything, but I love that game. I on the 23rd I'm going to play this game. I swear. So for me, number 3, it's
It was
Obsession.
in my top 15. This one, I find it quite fun, and it creates a certain atmosphere to the table. I have created
Exactly. The
a
atmosphere is
variant
great.
which I have posted also on BGG, and I've played with it on stream to make it more to my liking. And I think it's a pretty fun design. If you can make
It is.
things, if you can make it to be more strategic than the normally it's a luck fest if you play it with the normal rules.
I wouldn't say that, but
It can you can draw a card which can destroy you.
an American.
At the wrong moment, and it can be a bit too long. Yeah.
But it has a short version.
Yeah,
So,
but the short version is too short, and yeah, that's why.
Never
that's
plays
why,
this
but
one.
I have created that variant which works for me. Maybe it works for more people, which I find it fine. And I think, and I'm agreeing with you. It's a fun game to play, and it has it's a special game. It has a certain. It creates a certain.
It is,
atmosphere.
yeah. It creates an atmosphere, and the theme is great also. So
Uh,
number 3 on my Christmassy
and I
list, it's
and
Obsession.
I think Dan is the creator is American, which I think
Yeah,
it's a bit.
There was a lot of research in this game.
It's a bit ironic. My number three, yeah. My number three is a game which we played on stream at some point, and I always said I have to play it again. We have to play it again. But it's Menzel again. It's a game which throw you into a story, and what is better than to be inside the story, to feel your
Legends of
in a
Andor.
different land.
The one that Radu
yeah.
likes.
And the game is Legends of Andor. I think, and I will specify Journey to the North, because it is more blue.
Right, you need as much blue as you can in this festive period.
Exactly.
Yeah, but there's a problem with your pick. That's an expansion,
Yeah,
actually.
I'll go for Legends of Andor.
Have you noticed Rado only listens when you say something wrong?
Yeah.
For the rest of it, he doesn't listen. But when you say something wrong, he's right on top of it.
It's the only thing
I'm
interesting
the rules
for
lawyer
him.
here.
Indeed, yeah. I really enjoy this game. I don't like cooperative games. I'm not a big fan of cooperative games. So this one was a big surprise when I played it. Was how much I enjoyed the whole story aspect of it. How he manages to create a in Romanian it's called basm, a fairy tale. Yeah, on the table. It creates a fairy tale on the table, and it's a lot of fun. It's fun to play with other players. It's fun to cooperate. It's fun to try to beat the game. It's also a very smart design, because you don't just go around and kill baddies. You have to be smart in how you do that. You need to pick your battles in order to manage to finish the game and not let the baddies beat you. A fine game, a fine design, and always fun to play around Christmas for me. Legends of Andor.
Never played it. Really should though. Everyone says great things about it.
Played it once, never again.
That's like me with Anachrony.
Yeah, you shouldn't listen to him.
It's a phenomenal game. And
Okay.
narrative. It's a hybrid
Let's
between
go
Euros and
to
dice jockey.
number 2.
Anyway, so we're going into the enthusiast part of the top 10, at least for my pick. It's interesting. I wanted to make usually I always put a Michael Menzel illustrated game into my top 10s, and I haven't done this
Until now.
here. No, I have.
There is still time.
I did not put any, so I'm ashamed
You
not to
hate
have included him.
Michael Menzel now. You hate him.
No, it feels So I just wanted to say that out loud.
Wow.
But my enthusiast game to put on the table might be Lost Ruins of Arnak, and people usually put two games in this category, that they mix Dune Imperium with Lost Ruins of Arnak for some reason. So I picked this one because it's more adventure based. It's a little friendlier, although it's a worker placement game and you kind of take spots away from other people. But the fact that it brings that warmth and color to a blue winter, it's enough to get your to get invested, to feel like you're discovering and trying to conquer, and how well do you build your deck to be as efficient as you, and to go further into the unknown as possible. And there are kind of mini games within this one big map when you're just developing a track based but it doesn't feel like a track. You do what you do on regular tracks, but you move your you know, bits up levels, and then you do all the usual stuff you do with discovering and playing your adventures. So I think it's a step up into
Complexity,
this is a game for gamers, for someone who has experience in this field, and this is for them.
If people watch Indiana Jones around Christmas? if they do,
It feels like a Christmassy movie, doesn't it? Indiana Jones makes sense. Yeah.
if you
Of course.
Boxing Day afternoon.
I don't know, it's not here, but
I might do that actually. I might watch.
Yeah.
I might watch
something Indiana Jonesy.
Raiders of the Lost
I
Ark
see.
over
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah. So your number 2 was Lost Ruins of Arnak. Mr. Ben.
Yes.
I played this game for the first time on Thursday, and it so rarely happens that you play a game and you go, oh my God, this is amazing. And I started scouring the internet to try and find a copy of it, and you can't find it in Germany for love nor money. But this is a perfect game to play on a Christmas afternoon with all the family, and there's lots of shouting, and it's completely riotous, and it's silly, and it's great, and it'll encourage the children in the family to develop an unhealthy gambling addiction in adulthood. And this is Ready, Set, Bet. This game is brilliant. It is so much fun. It is riotous. It is the perfect Christmas game, and it's just, I am still blown away by it. I'm still feeling the aftershocks of playing it on Thursday. So great, so great. You need to play this game, and don't play it with the app. Have someone as the caller, and they're calling the horses. If you get someone that's good at that, it's an absolute riot. Brilliant. Ready, Set, Bet. Fantastic game.
Yeah.
It's the one from AAG, right?
Yeah,
It's the
exactly.
Last one. It's the last one, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
I haven't played this one. I have no idea how it works.
So good.
Yeah, if you say so.
And so simple as well, because if it's Christmas Day and you're all a bit drunk by this point, there's 3 rules.
But until now, from the 10 until number 10 to number 2, you have been saying you've been having a couple of beers. You've been having a couple of.
I mean, there's a theme here.
There's a theme, yeah.
I think those.
It's
yeah.
Christmas.
Well, by now I think there are, I don't know, 30, 20, at least 20 couples of beers.
Absolutely. I've wet myself at this point.
Okay.
Because of the sweat.
Exactly.
Kosti, what's your number 2?
Makes sense. So we are on the 24th of December, and people are getting around. They're coming by train to Brussels, and I'm just inviting them to a game. And that game is one of my favorite games of all time. And the name is Railways of the World, because I love it so much.
Never played it, but I hear it's amazing.
You should. When I come to Berlin, I'll bring Anachrony Railways of the World, and you bring this Ready, Steady, Bet.
All right.
Right? There you go. Railways of the World is just how can I put it? It's
simple.
It's like the other one. It's like Obsession. I mean, I can play it, or like Ulm or whatever, or like Anachrony. It's a game that I can play no matter the time of the year. But it's so simple, and yet not simple. You can even, there are some maps, or even the original one, the US one. You can bring non-gamers to play this game quite easy, because you don't.
Gonna beat the.
I mean, not the one that it never touches a game, but occasionally gamers, let's say.
Occasional gamers.
Not the
might
ones
be,
that would
yeah.
play like occasionally games. You can bring some occasional gamers to play this one, because it's so simple. You just need to explain something, and then again it's hard to play because it's played by the players, and everything changes with every round. So, but yeah, for me, it's that atmosphere that brings a lot of joy. And my number 2 is Railways of the World. Doesn't matter the map, because I love it so much.
Pro tip: just take as many bonds as you as you possibly can.
Take the bonds and take the money. Money is important.
Yeah, you should
And,
watch the last playthrough which we made, where Radu got 1 million bonds and won.
You should take bonds. You should take
It was
bonds.
fun.
So number 2,
I
Railways
will
of the
play it
World,
on
because it's just so brilliant.
Christmas, but it's it is a fun game. It is my top 50.
For me, it's 24th, so it's not Christmas yet.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true. But you need to listen.
I'm
That's
sorry, my
clearly
friend.
not a thing that happens
The
on this stream.
24th
Yeah,
is
yeah.
Christmas Eve, so Christmas started. I'm sorry. Yes,
No,
it did. It's
no.
Christmas Eve.
it's Christmas Eve.
started.
Yeah, so it's not
It
Christmas.
started.
It's just like when you say
When do
it's
you wait
like
for presents?
1 minute to 12. It's
When
not
do you
12.
wait for presents?
On 25th, because it's my birthday. You didn't listen.
We are talking about games, or
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's go to my number 2, which is a game which has already been mentioned. I think it's in a way, but it's not. It's a overlap with Radu, which is Ticket to
Oh.
Ride Nordic countries.
it's a three-way ticket
Now
to
because he
ride
said
overlap.
Switzerland, so
I said
You're having a three-way at Christmas.
Yeah.
Is that what you just said?
no.
But I'm the
Imagine
I'm the,
opening that Christmas morning.
I said
But I'm-
crossover.
But I'm on the neutral side because
I
I'm
said
Switzerland.
overlap, my friend. Overlap. I think it's your language, not ours.
We're allowed to make mistakes.
Yeah, I like this. I have every Christmas I've played this game. I like it a lot. I think it's one of the meanest maps you could ever play.
Could be, yeah.
Nordic countries. Play it at 3 and you will start stepping on each other's toes. Even at 2 you might step on each other's toes. It's a good two-player and 3-player
Yeah.
map. But it has that Santa on the cover, and yeah, it's always a fun playing it. Ticket to Ride Nordic countries. And now let's go.
This is the light version of Railways of the World,
No,
Sweden.
It has no.
Nah.
It has nothing to do with it.
No,
Okay. Don't
let's
jump
go.
down.
no, you shouldn't.
Let's
you shouldn't.
go to number
25.
Radu. I mean,
Are we on Christmas Day? I lost track.
Now it's Christmas Day.
What
It's
universe
Christmas
is
Day.
this?
Now it's
is
Christmas
Okay.
Day.
the 100th of December. Come on, go.
Okay, so
You're all
my
drunk,
pick
remember.
has
We are all
nothing to
drunk.
do with. This is the Cult of the New pick, and it's for you people who are you want something more intellectual and going to the if you enjoy classical music. It's the beigest Christmas
Wow.
there is.
I can't believe
Wow. But it's also white.
it. Yeah. it's bad.
Yeah. So
Oh.
I found out this game recently and I can't stop thinking about it.
It's really new, actually.
Lacrimosa.
I didn't expect that.
Okay.
Yes, it's I didn't know how to feel about it. I was always felt drawn to it from the cover. The main board has, could have been more colorful, but it works mechanically, so I'll give that benefit of the
That
doubt.
hand on the rule
Ma-
book is really Christmassy. I have to.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, I picked the right title then.
Yeah.
So this is
The colors.
probably one of the heaviest ones on
It's
my
a medium
list,
type game.
and
This
this
is not
is
heavy.
again for the medium.
From his
for
list.
the
You don't listen.
Yeah.
What?
From his list.
Let him talk.
This is my last opportunity to redeem myself, please. So yeah, I'm just I like
because
this
when I
game.
think of Christmas, I think of Mozart.
What
Mozart's
a
Requiem.
Yes,
That's what I-
why not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen
Christmas
to more
Mozart.
classical music. That's what you should take out of this.
Uncultured
So
Brit.
Yeah, no, I listen to, I don't know, Lady Gaga or something. No, Mariah Carey. That's all I listen to. Mariah Carey all
Yes.
Christmas long.
Yes.
okay.
And Chris Rea.
So,
And Chris Rea, of course.
it went really well with everyone I've played this, and it has some interesting component decision that they went with. The theme seems to have it's not just pasted on. It has, if you want to go look for the theme, it's sprinkled into this box.
Yeah, that's true.
With the lives with, well, it's not in depth, but it's at least you can work with the
Like I
theme.
said, it's a
Yeah.
beautiful Christmas hand.
Yeah, good.
It looks it look
Yeah.
it looks really Christmassy.
Wow, that was really a new game.
Yeah,
Number one.
really a new
Didn't
game.
expect that. Didn't expect
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I have
yeah.
another one.
Just wanted to impress you guys.
Yeah, I've played it only once, and if you can talk with those guys in Devir, maybe they can send the review copy and we can play it on stream. You haven't
Yeah,
been so close.
I'll make a
just
call. I'll
Virtually
make a call.
wink to them.
It's there. They're in Barcelona. They're not in Barcelona. They're in Barcelona, no?
Yes,
Yeah,
they
so
are.
close.
Yeah,
to
they're
you.
in Spain. You should get
Yeah.
on to them.
Get on to
Yeah,
them.
I'll just
If you need help, if you need
knock
help,
on their
we
door.
can do
Where's Bogey's copy?
Exactly.
that.
Okay. So this was your number one. Ben, what is your number one?
Mariah Carey is his number one.
Christmas. Come on,
Where is that mute button?
let's get a copyright strike.
I have no idea what's going on.
All right, so my number one is the least Christmassy game on my list, but
Yeah, I think I know what it is.
go on, give a guess. You have no chance.
It's Through the Ages.
It's.
Not through the ages.
I think I have three. I don't know
Okay.
if I
It's
have
pandemic.
Through the Ages,
Hmm?
Libertalia, or
No.
My Father Works. My
No,
Father's Work.
none of those. So this is a perfect game. You're all at this point a bit drunk. The
I know
kids,
what
Again.
it is.
the kids
You're
have
down.
had a couple of glasses of wine because it's
Yeah,
Christmas
you're
and they're
down.
feeling
It's-
fruity too.
Of course.
And this is a game where you get to lie to each other and shout and accuse
Does
people
it
of
start
things.
with feed?
Oh, when you said
Does it start with feed?
when you said light
It
each
doesn't
other,
start with
no.
feed, no,
when you
because
said light each other, when you
Feed-
said
Feed
light
the
each other, I
Kraken-
was scared.
Feed the Kraken is just it's
Ah,
fiddly.
Feed the
You're
Kraken.
drunk. You can't Feed the Kraken's too fiddly. You need to get things out of the
Ah.
box. No, this is just simpler and easier.
Okay.
The rules are easier to understand, and this is Resistance Avalon.
okay.
It is
Oh,
the
really?
perfect game for Christmas night when you're drunk and you could throw accusations at everyone and you can tell everyone that they're evil, and then you can play this in the background. And just listen to that voice.
Yeah, and listen
Well,
to that voice
Everyone's
and look at
shouting,
that face.
so you can't listen to the music.
And look at that face on the cover. She's singing to you.
Oh, Christmas.
Okay. The Resistance is a pretty fun game, and I will agree with you. You're on mute, Ben.
I think you're out. It's strike three.
Man.
Yeah, it's a fun game, and I agree with
That-
you.
that-
It's a good Christmas game.
That
I
beginning
think
of the
we
song
lost Ben.
Brilliant. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's a great
Great
game.
game, yeah.
Great game for Christmas. Am I still on mute?
No, you're not. You were not. You were not.
No,
on
no,
mute.
no.
We were
Okay,
just-
good.
It was
Yeah,
just-
great game
We
for
were just
Christmas.
joking.
I think it's.
Stop
I think
sweating.
thematically you'd go, well, it's a bit weird for Christmas, but I think Christmas evening, I think it would be a great time. And I think more importantly, I think people who don't know about board games would go, wow, board games are this thing. This is actually super interesting. And
Yeah.
because it doesn't feel like a standard kind of board game.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
It's still one of my favorite
Yeah.
party games out there.
I don't, but
You need to know how to bluff your way out
Yeah.
of being the bad guy.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
That's what I
usually
love about
the
it.
ones that are the good guys are having a more relaxed time because they don't have to lie and just to
That's
yeah,
where
anyway.
the fun is, to be the bad guy, and to
Yeah,
get
absolutely.
to lie your ass off. and get on top. But there are people who just
Yeah.
don't like to lie. And a game, the problem with this game is it can fall flat with gamers which do not enjoy this type of a game. And that
This is why
Yeah.
it's perfect for Christmas night, because everyone's drunk and
So
they
calling
like
your
these kind of things when they're drunk. You know?
calling your grandmother Merlin is not weird when you're drunk, right?
Exactly.
Kosti, what's your number one? Anachrony.
Is
Yeah,
it
it's
me?
Anachrony for sure.
Is
Yeah.
it me? No, it's not. Because it again is the same. It doesn't have anything with Christmas or whatsoever.
Tales
But it's-
of Noggin
But
the
it's
Nog.
but it's a game that I and hence might be next year might be my number one games of all time.
Ooh.
And it's just give me that much pleasure and
Okay.
excitement, joy through art, through mechanisms and everything, and rather just said it is the Tales of Norlands than Sagas of Noggin the Nog. 'Cause I simply love that
I've
game.
not played this. I hear it's brilliant.
It's a brilliant game. I'm just to be I'm not drunk, okay? So we're not drunk with the game because otherwise
I
it's
do agree
it's changing.
it has a Christmassy feel of it through its artwork.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's sort of Nordic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of, but it's not Christmas. I mean, yeah, it doesn't fit, let's say, in a Christmas lists games, but it's just such a brilliant design,
I would
such a
call it
brilliant game,
brilliant,
such a
but
gem,
It's a good game. Yeah.
and it's my list.
The only problem is that it's so hard to find. There are so few
Yeah, there
copies
were-
out there.
Because nobody sell it. There were like 800
Yeah.
copies in the world,
Yeah.
and nobody sell it because it's just great.
It's not even a
And,
holy grail at this point.
I'll have a
It's
word with Nick, see if he's got any spare copies.
It doesn't have
Doesn't
anymore.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have
Yeah, I
anymore.
have it through.
So you're kind of late to the party, man.
Probably if one
But,
comes out in the market, it's about 10,000 euros. So
It will never be reprinted or something
Because
because
of the artwork,
there are no
yeah.
rights anymore.
But
Yeah, there are no rights anymore. And the arc of Peter Firmin, it's so magical. I
Yeah.
think in this game, it's pure magic, and I've talked before about this
Yeah.
game. I love it a lot.
It's a heavy game,
So
though.
it's
I will tell you that
it's
very
it's
heavy
kind
game.
of it's kind of a heavy game. So that's why I said we are not drunk. We're starting to drink on this game. So yeah, 25th, Tales of Norlands, Sagas of Noggin the Nog.
I do
Love
agree
it.
with you
Love it
that
to the
it's a gamer's game. It's a
Yeah, but
special game.
on 20
It's a special game.
on the 25th of December,
Yeah,
I
you
choose the people.
because it's your
So-
birthday. So you're gonna party because it's your birthday.
Yes.
Who sings that? I'm gonna party because
So
that's...
they would play what I
I don't know. Is it P Diddy? I think P Diddy, no, sings that because I'm gonna party because it's my birthday. No.
I
No,
have
that's
idea.
that's what's his face, Fiddy, isn't it?
I have no idea.
It's in the club by
50
50
Cent,
cents,
yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
50 Cent. Yeah, you're right. In the club, you're right.
Oh,
So yeah.
okay.
probably gonna play Anachrony on your birthday.
So my number one.
I'm not a
Let's get to my number one. Christmas is, I think, is one of the periods when you have the time to maybe play some games which you don't usually have the time to play. My number one is a game
The heaviest,
which is not necessarily
heaviest ever.
heavy, but it's long.
but it is.
Terribly long. And I don't have 6 hours when I need to work, when I need to play games in order to put them on stream, and I need to play a lot of games to do this. I do not have the time to revisit some of the older games which I really enjoy, and and for time reasons, for not having the time, I cannot revisit them. And one of these games is one which I think it creates a certain atmosphere at the table, and it grows in front of you, and you build a world, and the game is called The Colonists.
Woof, woof.
Woof.
That's an epic game for Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's an epic game. I find it's the Twilight Imperium of the Eurogamer.
That's right.
And you're gonna finish it like in a New Year's Eve. it's going to be 5 days.
No,
6 days
6
game.
hours. You can go for a few days if you play a 10-player game of Twilight
Yeah.
Imperium. But
And drunk.
if you play the Colonist, I think I love this game. It's still great. I do not get the time to play it. I have when I finish this game, I do have the feeling that I went through some eras and I have created something. It gives me that feeling that I did something, and I went through a story. I created a story, the story of my town, of which I've built.
Yeah, you've just spent 6 hours.
Yeah, but it's not. It's
You better have something
it's
then.
not, you can spend 6 hours for a game which should take 2 or 1. This game takes 6 hours because it gives you something for every minute you play of it. You start small and you grow and you grow and you go and you feel like you've been spending much more than 6 hours in those 6 hours, and this is a mark of a great game. It creates an epic feel for the Eurogamer, and that's why I love this game. I will always play it if I have the time. It has so many things that I enjoy. I have played it on stream in Romanian, and I hope I'll manage to play it also to do an English stream for this channel, because I have separated the channels. This is only English, and I will always, this is an evergreen. For me, it's a great game, which I'll always play with huge pleasures in those times when I'm able to, and Christmas is one of those times.
Yeah, I enjoy it a great deal, and I've got a funky insert for it. So setup takes 2 minutes.
Exactly, I have it the same. I also have that, so you don't take a million years. So this is our top 10. I think we are under 2 hours, and we should be under 2 hours with a few.
I'm not in a hurry.
I've got a hot date this afternoon. We can't hang around.
It was a lot of fun having you here. I hope you had fun doing this list, Ben. For us, it's.
Of course.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, I had fun until someone just went, "I'm not listening to you. I don't care." That wasn't very fun.
So what if I say I will start from now?
All right. Start from now.
So that.
I'm just.
My list was the better
podcast
one.
right now.
He implied that he didn't listen you up until now.
Right, absolutely. Start now, Radu.
Thank you a lot, guys, for helping me create this. I hope you had fun. I hope we can see each other in this formula at another top, if you're okay with it, Ben, at some point.
Damn right.
Kosti keeps tooting his horn. Keep doing it, Kosti.
As I say, if I could do that, I would never leave the house.
And I will wish you a merry little Christmas,
Don't wanna love for
Exactly.
Christmas. You just carry on talking. I'll just do the music underneath. There's just one thing I need.
That's soundtrack for us.
and again, do you want to say something in the end? Radu?
My list was better.
Radu?
That's all.
Yeah, I've discovered a new podcast, which I'm very grateful for that.
Very exciting podcast. Right.
Yeah, I'm always open to better my understanding of this hobby.
Oh, you
And-
don't need to listen. Just go to the Patreon and pledge. I don't care if you listen.
Will that wipe my sins away? Okay.
I mean, depends how much you pledge, of course.
Of
Of course, yeah.
All right. So yeah, there was an interesting list to put together. I've tried to keep it as varied as possible and to have as much fun at the table for Christmas as possible. So thank you guys for enduring my present, and we'll had a blast trying to pick these games apart, and well, hope you have a great holiday, and you know,
We should. With that,
if
with those lists,
we don't speak to each other, a happy New Year then.
Yeah.
Ben,
see you at Essen.
Ben,
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks ever
Yeah.
so much for having me on. That was great. I mean, I clearly chose the superior list out of
No, I don't think so. I don't think
these
so.
four. Yeah, it was great. And yeah, have a lovely Christmas. This may be a theme here, but you know, have a drink. It's
Or two.
Christmas time.
It's Christmas time. I agree with this one. I agree with this one. Have a drink or two. It's Christmas time.
so that's
And my list was better. Thank you for having me too.
and
Happy holidays. See you around. Play games.
yeah.
Do whatever you like.
So what you all don't know is I have the last word. So and you are all on mute, so my list was the best, of course, and all I can say is, yeah, I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed what you see. The lists were different enough, and I'm laughing because Ben on the background puts the Mariah Carey song, which you cannot hear because they are muted. So, so what I would say is thank you. I want to thank everyone who watched. I want to thank live. I want to thank everyone who watched after the fact. And yeah, until next time, all I have to say is if you like what you see, please like, share, and subscribe. And because, well, it helps. Comments, everything, leave it down there. I will answer them. If you like the lists, if you didn't like the lists, whatever you thought about it. And until next time, all I have to say is what it says here: play a lot, play loads, have fun. And bye-bye, fine folks, wherever in the world you are.